Hello there, and welcome to the Sleepy Library. It's so wonderful to have you here again. Before we begin tonight's gentle journey through the fascinating world of your body, I'd love to know where you're listening from. Perhaps you're nestled under soft blankets in a quiet bedroom. Maybe you're on a peaceful evening walk. Or possibly you're curled up on a comfortable couch with a warm drink nearby. Wherever you are, I hope you're feeling calm, safe, and ready to let your mind wander through some truly remarkable science. If you enjoy these soothing explorations of knowledge, a like and subscribe would help this little corner of calm continue to grow. And to those of you who are already part of our community, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your presence here means everything. Tonight, we're going to explore something extraordinary, something that's happening inside you right this very moment. Your organs, those magnificent structures working quietly within you, are performing thousands of tasks every second to keep you alive, healthy, and thriving. We'll discover together how to care for these remarkable parts of yourself, how to support them in their endless work, and how simple choices can make profound differences in how they function. Don't worry if you drift off along the way. That's perfectly fine. Your subconscious will still absorb these gentle truths, and you'll wake tomorrow with a deeper appreciation for the incredible machine that is your body. So, let's begin this peaceful exploration, shall we? Inside each of us exists an entire universe of activity. While you sit quietly, perhaps feeling still and at rest, your body is anything but still. Your heart beats steadily. Your lungs expand and contract. Your liver processes nutrients. Your kidneys filter your body's fluids. Your brain orchestrates countless signals. And your digestive system breaks down everything you've consumed. All of this happens without you having to think about it, without you having to direct any of it consciously. It's a symphony of biological processes, each organ playing its part in keeping you alive. But what exactly makes an organ healthy? And how can we, through our daily choices and habits, support these tireless workers inside us? These questions have occupied scientists, doctors, and researchers for centuries. And while the complete picture is still being painted, we now know more than ever about how to nurture the organs that nurture us. Let's start with perhaps the most poetic of all organs, the one that beats roughly 100,000 times every single day of your life: your heart. This fist-sized muscle, nestled slightly to the left of center in your chest, is responsible for pumping approximately 2,000 gallons of nutrient-rich substance through your body every 24 hours. Imagine that for a moment. 2,000 gallons. That's enough to fill a small swimming pool, and your heart does this day after day after day, never resting. Never truly stopping from the moment you were born until your very last breath. The heart is made of cardiac tissue, a special kind of muscle that exists nowhere else in your body. Unlike the muscles in your arms or legs that you can consciously control, cardiac muscle works automatically, contracting rhythmically in response to electrical signals generated by specialized cells within the heart itself. This electrical system is so precise, so reliable, that it maintains your heartbeat whether you're sleeping peacefully or running up a flight of stairs. But this magnificent pump, for all its strength and endurance, needs care. The heart thrives on movement. When you engage in physical activity, whether it's a gentle walk around your neighborhood or a more vigorous exercise session, something wonderful happens. Your heart muscle itself grows stronger, just like any muscle that's regularly exercised. The chambers of your heart become more efficient at pumping, meaning they can move more substance with each beat. Over time, this leads to a lower resting heart rate, because your heart doesn't need to work as hard to accomplish the same task. Research from institutions like Johns Hopkins Medicine has shown that regular aerobic exercise, the kind that gets your heart rate elevated and makes you breathe a bit harder, can lower your chance of experiencing heart-related problems by as much as 30 to 40%. That's a remarkable number. The types of exercise that benefit the heart most are those that involve sustained movement. Walking, swimming, cycling, dancing, even gardening if done vigorously enough. These activities increase circulation, which means more substance flows through your body's vessels, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every cell. But exercise isn't the only gift you can give your heart. What you eat matters profoundly. Your heart loves certain foods and struggles with others. It thrives on omega-3 fatty acids, those beneficial fats found in fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These fats help reduce inflammation throughout your cardiovascular system and can help maintain healthy cholesterol levels. When we talk about cholesterol, we're really talking about two main types. There's LDL, often called the less favorable kind, and HDL, the more beneficial variety. Foods rich in fiber, like oats, beans, and many fruits and vegetables, help your body manage cholesterol levels effectively. Your heart also appreciates foods rich in potassium, a mineral that helps regulate electrical signals in cardiac tissue. Bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, and avocados are all excellent sources. And here's something particularly soothing to consider. Dark chocolate, when consumed in moderation, contains compounds called flavonoids that may support heart health. So yes, a small square of quality dark chocolate can actually be a heart-friendly treat. What the heart doesn't love, however, is excess salt. When you consume too much sodium, your body retains more fluid, which increases the volume of substance your heart must pump. This creates more work for your heart and can elevate pressure within your vessels over time. The American Heart Association recommends limiting sodium intake to less than 2,300 milligrams per day, though ideally, most people would benefit from consuming even less than that. Stress, too, affects your heart in ways both immediate and long-lasting. When you experience stress, your body releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones cause your heart to beat faster and your vessels to constrict, raising your internal pressure. Occasional stress is normal and manageable, but chronic stress, the kind that persists day after day, can wear on your cardiovascular system. This is why practices that reduce stress, like meditation, deep breathing exercises, yoga, or even spending time in nature, aren't just pleasant activities. They're actually protective measures for your heart. Sleep, that delicious state we're hopefully helping you drift toward, is also crucial for heart health. During sleep, your heart rate slows, your pressure drops, and your cardiovascular system gets a chance to rest and repair. People who consistently get between 7 and 9 hours of quality sleep each night have lower rates of heart problems compared to those who sleep significantly less or significantly more. Your heart needs those quiet hours of the night just as much as you do. Now, let's shift our attention upward to that extraordinary organ housed within your skull, your brain. Weighing roughly 3 pounds, this wrinkled, grayish-pink structure is the command center of your entire being. It processes sensory information, controls movement, houses your memories, generates your thoughts, and creates the very consciousness you're experiencing right now as you listen to these words. It's estimated that your brain contains approximately 86 billion neurons, nerve cells that communicate with each other through trillions of connections called synapses. If you were to try to count those synapses, and you counted one per second without stopping, it would take you over 30 million years to count them all. The brain is remarkably hungry for resources. Despite making up only about 2% of your body weight, it uses approximately 20% of your body's oxygen and 20% of its energy at any given moment. This means that keeping your brain healthy requires a steady supply of nutrients and oxygen, delivered reliably through an intricate network of tiny vessels. What does your brain need to stay healthy? First and foremost, it needs the right fuel. Your brain runs primarily on glucose, a simple sugar derived from the carbohydrates you eat. But not all carbohydrates are created equal when it comes to brain health. Complex carbohydrates, the kind found in whole grains, legumes, and vegetables, provide a steady, sustained release of glucose into your system. Simple carbohydrates, like refined sugar and white flour, cause rapid spikes and subsequent drops in your glucose levels, which can leave your brain struggling for fuel and affect your mood and concentration. Beyond glucose, your brain needs fats. In fact, about 60% of your brain's dry weight is composed of fat, particularly a type of omega-3 fatty acid called DHA. This fat is crucial for maintaining the structure of brain cells and enabling efficient communication between neurons. You can provide your brain with DHA by consuming fatty fish, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds. Studies have shown that people who regularly consume foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids tend to have better cognitive function as they age and may have a reduced chance of cognitive decline. Your brain also loves antioxidants, compounds that protect cells from damage caused by unstable molecules called free radicals. Berries, particularly blueberries, are packed with antioxidants. Research from institutions like Tufts University has found that blueberries can help protect the brain from oxidative stress and may even improve memory and cognitive function. Dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, and collards are also rich in brain-protective antioxidants, as well as vitamins like K, lutein, folate, and beta-carotene. B vitamins deserve special mention when we talk about brain health. Vitamins B6, B12, and folate help regulate levels of an amino acid called homocysteine. When homocysteine levels become elevated in your system, it's associated with increased risk of cognitive problems. B vitamins help keep homocysteine in check. You can find these vitamins in foods like chicken, fish, eggs, leafy greens, legumes, and fortified cereals. Hydration matters tremendously for your brain as well. Even mild dehydration can impair cognitive function, affecting your ability to concentrate, remember information, and maintain your mood. Your brain is approximately 75% water, and it needs that water to maintain its structure and function. Drinking adequate water throughout the day, typically about 6 to 8 glasses for most people, helps ensure your brain has what it needs to operate at its best. Exercise, interestingly, doesn't just benefit your heart. It's also one of the most powerful things you can do for your brain. When you exercise, your body increases production of a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. This protein acts like fertilizer for your brain cells, promoting the growth of new neurons and strengthening the connections between existing ones. Regular physical activity has been shown to improve memory, enhance mood, sharpen focus, and may even help protect against age-related cognitive decline and certain neurodegenerative conditions. Sleep is absolutely essential for brain health, perhaps even more so than for any other organ. During sleep, particularly during the deep stages, your brain does something remarkable. It activates what scientists call the glymphatic system, a waste clearance system that flushes out metabolic byproducts that accumulate during your waking hours. One of these byproducts is a protein called beta amyloid, which, when it accumulates, is associated with cognitive problems. Sleep essentially gives your brain a chance to take out the trash, clearing away these potentially harmful substances. Sleep also plays a crucial role in memory consolidation. When you learn something new or have experiences during the day, the memories of those events are initially fragile. During sleep, particularly during REM sleep, your brain replays and strengthens these memories, transferring them from short-term to long-term storage. This is why a good night's sleep after studying or learning something new can dramatically improve your ability to remember it later. Mental stimulation is another gift you can give your brain. Learning new skills, solving puzzles, reading challenging material, learning a language, or playing a musical instrument all help maintain cognitive function. These activities create new neural pathways and strengthen existing ones, building what researchers call cognitive reserve. Think of cognitive reserve as a buffer that helps your brain maintain function, even if some cells become less efficient with age. Social connections also matter for brain health in ways that scientists are only beginning to fully understand. Meaningful social interactions stimulate multiple areas of the brain simultaneously. You're processing language, reading facial expressions, experiencing emotions, and engaging in complex thought all at once. Regular social engagement has been linked with better cognitive function and a reduced risk of cognitive decline. Even for those who are more introverted by nature, maintaining some social connections appears to be protective for the brain. Now let's descend into your abdomen, where an organ roughly the size of a football works tirelessly to keep your internal environment clean and balanced. Your liver. This reddish-brown organ, weighing about 3 pounds in adults, sits just below your diaphragm on the right side of your body. The liver is often called the body's chemical factory, and for good reason. It performs more than 500 different functions, making it one of the hardest working organs in your entire body. One of the liver's primary roles is detoxification. Every single substance you consume, every medication you take, every environmental compound you're exposed to, passes through your liver. The liver contains specialized cells that identify these substances and, when necessary, chemically transform them into less harmful compounds that can be safely eliminated from your body. This process happens in phases, like a sophisticated filtration system, ensuring that potentially harmful substances don't accumulate in your tissues. The liver also produces bile, a greenish-yellow fluid stored in your gallbladder and released into your small intestine when you eat fatty foods. Bile acts like a detergent, breaking down fats into smaller droplets that can be more easily digested and absorbed. Without proper bile production, your body would struggle to absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, as well as beneficial fats from your diet. Your liver stores nutrients too. After you eat a meal rich in carbohydrates, your liver converts excess glucose into glycogen, a storage form of energy. When your body needs energy between meals or during physical activity, your liver breaks down this glycogen and releases glucose back into your circulation. The liver also stores vitamins and minerals, including iron, copper, and vitamins A, D, and B12, releasing them as needed. The liver manufactures proteins essential for various body functions. It produces albumin, which helps maintain the proper pressure in your vessels and carries various substances through your circulation. It makes clotting factors that allow your body to form protective clots when you're injured, preventing excessive loss of fluid. It synthesizes cholesterol, which, despite its reputation, is actually necessary for producing hormones and maintaining cell membranes. So how do you keep this remarkable organ healthy? First, be mindful of what you consume. The liver can handle processing the occasional indulgence, but consistently overwhelming it with alcohol, highly processed foods, or excessive calories can lead to problems. Alcohol, in particular, requires a great deal of liver effort to process. When you drink alcohol, your liver prioritizes breaking it down because alcohol is toxic to cells. During this process, harmful byproducts are created that can cause inflammation and damage liver tissue if exposure is frequent or excessive. Non-alcoholic fatty liver condition, where excess fat accumulates in liver cells, has become increasingly common and is often associated with diets high in refined carbohydrates and sugars, particularly high fructose corn syrup, found in many processed foods and sweetened beverages. Maintaining a healthy weight through balanced eating and regular physical activity is one of the best things you can do for your liver. Certain foods actively support liver health. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cauliflower contain compounds that help the liver produce enzymes necessary for detoxification. Leafy greens are high in chlorophyll, which may help neutralize heavy metals and other compounds. Beets contain betaine, a compound that supports liver function and helps with fat metabolism. Walnuts are rich in amino acids that help the liver process certain substances, and they also contain glutathione and omega-3 fatty acids, both beneficial for liver health. Coffee, interestingly, has been shown in numerous studies to have protective effects on the liver. Regular coffee consumption associated with lower rates of liver scarring and other liver problems, even in people who already have liver conditions. The exact mechanisms aren't fully understood, but compounds in coffee appear to help protect liver cells and may help reduce inflammation. Green tea is another beverage that supports liver health. It contains catechins, antioxidants that have been shown to help reduce fat accumulation in the liver and may help protect against oxidative stress. Drinking several cups of green tea daily has been associated with improved liver enzyme levels and better overall liver function. Hydration is crucial for liver health because your liver needs adequate fluid to perform its many chemical reactions and to help flush out waste products through your urinary system. When you're well hydrated, your liver can work more efficiently. Dehydration, on the other hand, makes it harder for your liver to process substances and can lead to buildup of compounds that should be eliminated. Your liver also benefits from regular physical activity. Exercise helps reduce fat in the liver and can help prevent or improve non-alcoholic fatty liver condition. It also helps regulate insulin levels and improves your body's ability to use glucose, which reduces the burden on your liver. Even moderate exercise, like a daily 30-minute walk, can make a significant difference in liver health. Medications and supplements, while sometimes necessary, should be used thoughtfully, because nearly all of them are processed through your liver. Taking more medication than prescribed, combining medications without medical guidance, or using supplements without understanding their effects can strain your liver. Some substances that people think of as natural or harmless can actually be tough on the liver when used in excess or combined with other substances. Always consult with healthcare providers about what you're taking to ensure your liver isn't being unnecessarily burdened. Let's move now to a pair of bean-shaped organs that sit near the middle of your back, one on each side of your spine. Your kidneys. Each kidney is about the size of your fist and contains roughly 1 million tiny filtering units called nephrons. These nephrons work continuously to filter your body's fluids, removing waste products while retaining substances you need. Every day, your kidneys filter approximately 200 quarts of fluid, though only about 2 quarts become urine. The rest is reabsorbed and returned to your circulation. Your kidneys do far more than just make urine, though. They help regulate the balance of water and minerals in your body, including sodium, potassium, calcium, and phosphorus. They help control pressure in your vessels by adjusting fluid levels and producing hormones that affect vessel tension. They activate vitamin D, which is crucial for bone health and calcium absorption. They produce a hormone called erythropoietin that stimulates your bone marrow to make red cells, the cells that carry oxygen throughout your body. The kidneys are remarkably resilient organs, but they need proper care. One of the simplest and most important things you can do for your kidneys is to stay adequately hydrated. Water helps your kidneys dilute waste products and flush them out through urine. When you're dehydrated, your urine becomes more concentrated and waste products can crystallize, potentially forming stones. Kidney stones, which are hard deposits of minerals and salts, can be extremely uncomfortable when they pass through your urinary tract. How much water do you need? The amount varies based on your size, activity level, climate, and overall health, but a general guideline for most healthy adults is about 6 to 8 glasses per day. A good indicator of adequate hydration is the color of your urine. Pale yellow or straw-colored urine generally indicates good hydration, while darker urine suggests you need more fluids. However, it's worth noting that certain vitamins and medications can affect urine color, so this isn't a perfect indicator in all situations. Your kidneys also benefit from a diet that's not excessively high in sodium. High sodium intake can raise vessel pressure and cause your kidneys to work harder to maintain proper fluid balance. The kidneys have to filter out excess sodium and eliminate it through urine, and consistently high sodium levels can strain these organs over time. Most processed and packaged foods contain significant amounts of sodium, often much more than you might realize. Preparing meals at home using fresh ingredients allows you to control sodium levels more effectively. Protein is necessary for health, but excessive protein intake, particularly from animal sources, can create extra work for your kidneys. When your body breaks down protein, it produces waste products that your kidneys must filter out. People with existing kidney concerns often need to moderate their protein intake for this reason. For healthy individuals, consuming protein in moderate amounts as part of a balanced diet is fine, but extremely high protein diets may not be ideal for long-term kidney health. Certain foods are particularly supportive of kidney function. Berries, especially cranberries and blueberries, contain compounds that may help prevent urinary tract infections by preventing harmful organisms from adhering to the walls of the urinary tract. Apples are high in fiber and contain anti-inflammatory compounds that support kidney health. Red bell peppers are low in potassium, which is important for people with kidney concerns, and they're high in vitamin C and A. Garlic has anti-inflammatory properties and may help lower cholesterol, which indirectly benefits kidney health. Regular physical activity supports kidney health in multiple ways. Exercise helps control weight, regulate pressure in vessels, and manage levels of substances in your circulation, all of which reduce stress on your kidneys. Also improve circulation, ensuring your kidneys receive adequate flow of oxygenated fluid to perform their functions. Managing conditions like high vessel pressure and elevated glucose levels is crucial for kidney health. These two conditions are the leading causes of kidney problems worldwide. High vessel pressure can damage the delicate filtering units within your kidneys, reducing their ability to clean your fluid effectively. Elevated glucose levels over time can damage vessels throughout your body, including the tiny vessels in your kidneys. If you have either of these conditions, working with healthcare providers to manage them effectively is one of the most important things you can do to protect your kidneys. Avoiding overuse of certain over-the-counter pain relievers is also important for kidney health. Medications called NSAIDs, which include common pain relievers, can reduce fluid flow to the kidneys and, with prolonged use, may cause kidney problems. Using these medications occasionally for short periods is generally safe for people with healthy kidneys, but regular, long-term use should be discussed with a healthcare provider. Let's take a moment to appreciate your lungs. Those spongy, pinkish-grey organs that fill most of the space in your chest cavity. Your lungs are remarkable structures designed for gas exchange. Each time you breathe in, air travels down your windpipe and into increasingly smaller airways, eventually reaching tiny air sacs called alveoli. You have roughly 300 million alveoli in your lungs, and if you were to spread them all out flat, they would cover an area about the size of a tennis court. In these alveoli, oxygen from the air you breathe passes through incredibly thin membranes into your circulation, where it binds to red cells and is carried throughout your body to feed every cell. At the same time, carbon dioxide, a waste product of cellular metabolism, passes from your circulation into the alveoli to be exhaled. This exchange happens constantly, about 15 to 20 times per minute when you're at rest, and much more frequently during physical activity. The health of your lungs affects every aspect of your well-being, because every cell in your body needs oxygen to function. Keeping your lungs healthy starts with the most obvious choice: not smoking. Smoking is by far the most harmful thing you can do to your lungs. Cigarette smoke contains thousands of chemicals, many of which are toxic or cause mutations in cells. These chemicals damage the delicate tissues of the lungs, destroy the cilia, tiny hair-like structures that clean the airways, and can lead to serious lung conditions, including chronic obstructive pulmonary condition and lung tissue changes. Even if you don't smoke yourself, exposure to secondhand smoke can harm your lungs. If you live or work with someone who smokes, encouraging them to smoke outside and away from others protects everyone's lung health. If you do smoke, quitting is the single most beneficial thing you can do for your lungs. The lungs have remarkable healing capacity, and even after years of smoking, quitting allows some repair to occur. Air quality matters significantly for lung health. When possible, avoiding areas with heavy air pollution or allergens helps protect your lungs. Indoor air quality is also important. Using exhaust fans when cooking, avoiding harsh chemical cleaners when possible, and ensuring proper ventilation in your home all contribute to healthier lungs. If you work in an environment with dust, fumes, or other airborne particles, using appropriate protective equipment is essential. Exercise is wonderful for your lungs. When you engage in aerobic activity, your lungs work harder to meet your body's increased oxygen demands. Over time, this strengthens the muscles involved in breathing and may help maintain lung capacity as you age. Activities that involve deep, controlled breathing, such as swimming, yoga, and Tai Chi, are particularly beneficial for lung health. Even simple breathing exercises, practiced regularly, can help maintain lung function. Singing, interestingly, has been shown to benefit lung health. The controlled breathing required for singing exercises the diaphragm and intercostal muscles, the muscles between your ribs that assist with breathing. Singing also completely fills and empties the lungs, which can help maintain their capacity. So whether you're singing in a choir, in the shower, or just humming along to music, you're giving your lungs a gentle workout. Staying hydrated helps keep the mucosal linings of your lungs thin and moist, which supports proper lung function. Conversely, dehydration can make these linings thicker and stickier, making it harder for your lungs to function efficiently. Certain foods may also support lung health. Foods rich in antioxidants like berries, leafy greens, and tomatoes help protect lung tissue from oxidative damage. Fatty fish, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, may help reduce inflammation in the airways. Apples have been associated with better lung function, possibly due to their high antioxidant content. Your digestive system, a remarkable tube that runs from your mouth to the other end of your body, is another crucial player in your overall health. This system includes your stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and various accessory organs like your pancreas and gallbladder that help with digestion. Together, these structures break down the food you eat into nutrients that can be absorbed into your circulation and used by your cells. The process of digestion actually begins in your mouth. When you chew food, you're not just making it easier to swallow, you're also breaking it down mechanically and mixing it with saliva, which contains enzymes that begin the chemical breakdown of carbohydrates. This is why chewing your food thoroughly is more important than you might think. It aids digestion and helps prevent you from eating too quickly, which can lead to overconsumption. From your mouth, food travels down your esophagus and into your stomach, a J-shaped organ that holds food, and begins breaking it down with powerful acid and enzymes. The stomach's acidic environment, with a pH of around 1.5 to 3.5, not only helps break down proteins, but also serves as a first line of defense against harmful organisms that might be in your food. The stomach then gradually releases this partially digested food into your small intestine. Your small intestine, despite its name, is actually quite long, measuring about 20 feet in length when fully extended. This is where the majority of nutrient absorption occurs. The inner surface of the small intestine is covered with tiny, finger-like projections called villi, which in turn are covered with even tinier microvilli. These structures dramatically increase the surface area available for absorption, allowing your body to efficiently extract nutrients from food. The large intestine, or colon, is responsible for absorbing water and minerals from what remains after your small intestine has extracted the nutrients. It's also home to trillions of microorganisms, collectively called your gut microbiome. These organisms aren't invaders or parasites. They're beneficial partners that help digest certain components of food that your own cells can't break down, produce some vitamins, and play crucial roles in your immune function and even your mental health. Supporting digestive health starts with eating a varied diet rich in whole foods. Your digestive system thrives on diversity. Different foods contain different nutrients and different types of fiber, and this variety supports a diverse and healthy gut microbiome. Fiber, in particular, is essential for digestive health. It adds bulk to waste, helping it move through your intestines more efficiently. It also feeds beneficial microorganisms in your gut. There are two main types of fiber: soluble and insoluble. Soluble fiber, found in foods like oats, beans, apples, and citrus fruits, dissolves in water and forms a gel-like substance. It can help lower cholesterol levels and stabilize glucose levels. Insoluble fiber, found in foods like whole grains, nuts, and many vegetables, doesn't dissolve in water. It adds bulk to waste and helps prevent certain digestive issues. Most plant foods contain a mix of both types of fiber. Probiotic foods, which contain live beneficial organisms, can help support a healthy gut microbiome. These include fermented foods like yogurt with live cultures, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and kombucha. Prebiotic foods, which contain types of fiber that feed beneficial gut organisms, include foods like onions, garlic, leeks, asparagus, bananas, and whole grains. Including both probiotics and prebiotics in your diet creates an environment where beneficial gut organisms can thrive. Eating mindfully, paying attention to your food and eating slowly benefits your gut. digestive system in several ways. When you eat slowly, you give your brain time to register fullness signals, which can prevent overeating. You also chew your food more thoroughly, making it easier for your digestive system to process. Eating in a relaxed state, rather than while stressed or rushed, also supports better digestion, because stress can interfere with digestive processes. Staying hydrated is important for digestive health. Water helps soften fiber, making it easier to pass through your intestines. It's needed for your body to produce the various digestive fluids, including saliva, gastric juices, and bile. It helps nutrients dissolve so they can be absorbed more easily, and it supports the regular movement of waste through your large intestine. Regular physical activity also supports digestive health by helping move food through your digestive system more efficiently. It can help prevent certain common digestive complaints and may reduce feelings of fullness and discomfort after meals. Even gentle activity like walking after eating can be beneficial. Your skin, the body's largest organ, deserves attention in our exploration of organ health. Your skin covers approximately 20 square feet on an average adult and weighs about 8 pounds. It's far more than just a covering. It's a complex organ that protects you from environmental hazards, regulates your temperature, provides sensory information about your environment, produces vitamin D when exposed to sunlight, and serves as a barrier against harmful organisms. Your skin is composed of 3 main layers. The outermost layer, the epidermis, is what you see and touch. It's constantly renewing itself, with old cells being shed and new cells rising to the surface. Beneath the epidermis is the dermis, which contains collagen and elastin fibers that give skin its strength and flexibility. The dermis also houses vessels, nerve endings, hair follicles, and sweat glands. The deepest layer, the subcutaneous tissue, is primarily made of fat and connective tissue and serves as insulation and padding. Keeping skin healthy involves both protecting it from damage and nourishing it from within. Sun exposure is one of the most significant factors affecting skin health. While some sun exposure is necessary for vitamin D production, excessive ultraviolet radiation from the sun can damage skin cells, accelerate aging, and increase risk of skin changes. Using sunscreen with appropriate protection when spending time outdoors, wearing protective clothing, and avoiding intense sun exposure during peak hours all help protect your skin. Hydration is crucial for skin health. Your skin cells, like all cells, need water to function properly. When you're well hydrated, your skin is more plump, elastic, and resilient. Dehydration can make skin look dull, feel tight, and be more prone to irritation. While drinking water is important, you can also support skin hydration from the outside by using moisturizers, especially after bathing when your skin is more receptive to absorbing moisture. What you eat affects your skin significantly. Vitamin C, found abundantly in citrus fruits, berries, and many vegetables, is essential for collagen production. Collagen provides structure to your skin, and without adequate vitamin C, skin can become fragile and wounds may heal more slowly. Vitamin A, found in orange and yellow vegetables and dark leafy greens, supports skin cell production and repair. Vitamin E, found in nuts, seeds, and vegetable oils, acts as an antioxidant, protecting skin cells from damage. Healthy fats, particularly omega-3 fatty acids, help maintain the lipid barrier of your skin, keeping it soft and preventing moisture loss. These fats also have anti-inflammatory properties that may help with certain skin conditions. Protein is necessary for the production of collagen and elastin, the structural proteins that keep skin firm and elastic. Sleep is sometimes called beauty sleep for good reason. During sleep, your body increases production of growth hormone, which helps repair and regenerate tissues, including skin. Your skin makes new collagen during sleep, which helps prevent sagging. Adequate sleep also allows your skin to repair damage from sun exposure and environmental pollutants. Chronic sleep deprivation can lead to increased signs of aging, including fine lines and reduced skin elasticity. Managing stress is also important for skin health. Stress hormones can trigger or worsen certain skin conditions and may accelerate aging. When you're stressed, your body diverts resources away from processes like skin repair, focusing instead on immediate survival needs. Practices that reduce stress, like meditation, deep breathing, or spending time in nature, can indirectly benefit your skin. Your pancreas, though perhaps less famous than some other organs, plays vital roles in your body's function. This gland, about 6 inches long and shaped somewhat like a flat pear, sits behind your stomach. It has 2 main functions. It produces digestive enzymes that help break down proteins, fats, and carbohydrates in your small intestine. And it produces hormones, most notably insulin and glucagon, that regulate levels of glucose in your circulation. When you eat, your pancreas secretes enzymes into your small intestine through a small tube called the pancreatic duct. These enzymes are crucial for digestion. Without them, your body couldn't properly break down and absorb many nutrients from food. The pancreas also secretes bicarbonate, which neutralizes the acid from your stomach as food enters your small intestine, creating the proper pH environment for digestive enzymes to work. The hormone-producing cells of your pancreas, grouped into clusters called islets of Langerhans, constantly monitor glucose levels in your circulation. When glucose levels rise after a meal, beta cells in these islets release insulin, which signals your cells to absorb glucose and your liver to store excess glucose as glycogen. When glucose levels drop, alpha cells release glucagon, which signals your liver to break down glycogen and release glucose back into circulation. This delicate balance keeps your energy levels stable. Supporting pancreatic health involves many of the same principles we've discussed for other organs. Maintaining a healthy weight is important because excess body fat, particularly around your abdomen, is associated with insulin resistance, a condition where your cells don't respond properly to insulin. This forces your pancreas to produce more and more insulin to achieve the same effect, which can eventually lead to pancreatic exhaustion and elevated glucose levels. Eating a balanced diet with an emphasis on whole foods rather than highly processed options supports pancreatic health. Foods high in refined sugars and simple carbohydrates cause rapid spikes in glucose levels, forcing your pancreas to release large amounts of insulin. Over time, this pattern can contribute to insulin resistance. Complex carbohydrates, which are broken down more slowly, result in more gradual rises in glucose and require less dramatic insulin responses. Including plenty of vegetables, particularly cruciferous vegetables and dark leafy greens, in your diet may support pancreatic health. Some research suggests that compounds in these vegetables have protective effects. Berries, cherries, and grapes contain natural compounds that may help regulate glucose and support insulin function. Healthy fats from sources like olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish are preferable to saturated and trans fats, which have been associated with increased inflammation and insulin resistance. Limiting alcohol consumption is important for pancreatic health. Excessive alcohol use is one of the leading causes of pancreatic inflammation, a serious and often quite uncomfortable condition. Even moderate alcohol consumption should be approached mindfully for those concerned about pancreatic health. Regular physical activity is particularly beneficial for the pancreas, because exercise increases your cell's sensitivity to insulin, meaning your pancreas doesn't have to work as hard to maintain proper glucose levels. Even moderate exercise, like brisk walking for 30 minutes most days of the week, can significantly improve insulin sensitivity. Your bones, while not organs in the traditional sense, are living tissues that deserve our attention. Your skeleton is composed of approximately 206 bones in adulthood. Babies are born with about 300 bones, many of which fuse together as they grow. These bones provide structure, protect vital organs, anchor muscles, and store calcium and other minerals. Bones are not static structures. They're constantly being broken down and rebuilt in a process called remodeling. Specialized cells called osteoclasts break down old bone tissue, while other cells called osteoblasts build new bone tissue. In children and young adults, bone building outpaces bone breakdown, resulting in increasing bone density and strength. Around age 30, bone density typically reaches its peak. After that, bone breakdown gradually begins to exceed bone formation, leading to some natural loss of bone density with age. Supporting bone health throughout life involves ensuring your bones have the raw materials they need to stay strong. Calcium is the most abundant mineral in your bones, providing their rigidity and strength. Dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese are well-known sources of calcium. But if you don't consume dairy, you can get calcium from fortified plant beverages, leafy greens like kale and collard greens, almonds, and canned fish with soft, edible bones like sardines and salmon. Vitamin D is equally important for bone health because it helps your body absorb calcium from your digestive tract. Your skin can produce vitamin D when exposed to sunlight, but many people don't get adequate sun exposure, especially in winter months or in northern latitudes. Foods like fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified foods contain some vitamin D, but many people may benefit from supplementation, particularly if they have limited sun exposure. Protein is necessary for bone health too. The matrix of your bones, the framework upon which minerals are deposited, is made largely of collagen, a protein. Adequate protein intake throughout life supports bone strength. Other nutrients important for bones include vitamin K, found in leafy greens, magnesium, found in nuts, seeds, and whole grains, and vitamin C, which is necessary for collagen formation. Weight-bearing exercise is crucial for maintaining bone strength. When you put stress on your bones through activities like walking, running, dancing, or lifting weights, your bones respond by building more tissue to become stronger. This is why astronauts in zero gravity, who don't have the constant pull of gravity stressing their bones, can lose bone density relatively quickly. Activities that challenge your balance, like Tai Chi or yoga, are also beneficial because they help prevent falls, which is important for avoiding fractures. Your thyroid, a small butterfly-shaped gland at the base of your neck, produces hormones that regulate your metabolism, influencing how quickly your body uses energy, how fast your heart beats, and how your body maintains its temperature. These hormones affect virtually every cell in your body. When thyroid function is optimal, you typically don't even notice it's there. But when thyroid hormones are too high or too low, the effects can be felt throughout your body. Supporting thyroid health starts with ensuring adequate intake of iodine, a mineral your thyroid needs to produce its hormones. In many developed countries, iodine is added to table salt, which has largely eliminated iodine deficiency. However, if you use sea salt or Himalayan salt, typically aren't iodized, or if you're on a very low sodium diet, you might not be getting adequate iodine. Seaweed, fish, dairy products, and eggs are natural sources of iodine. Selenium is another mineral important for thyroid function. Your thyroid contains more selenium per gram of tissue than any other organ. Selenium is involved in the production and regulation of thyroid hormones. Brazil nuts are exceptionally high in selenium. Just 1 to 2 Brazil nuts daily can provide your needs. Fish, meat, and whole grains also contain selenium. Cruciferous vegetables contain compounds called goitrogens, which in very large amounts could potentially interfere with thyroid function, particularly in people with iodine deficiency. However, for most people with adequate iodine intake, these vegetables can be enjoyed regularly as part of a healthy diet. Cooking these vegetables reduces their goitrogenic effects. So, if you have thyroid concerns, you might prefer to eat them cooked rather than raw. Chronic stress can affect thyroid function because stress hormones can interfere with thyroid hormone production and conversion. Managing stress through relaxation practices, adequate sleep, and other stress reduction techniques supports healthy thyroid function. Regular exercise also benefits the thyroid, as it does virtually every system in your body. Your immune system, though not a single organ, but rather a complex network of cells, tissues, and organs throughout your body, is your defense against illness and infection. It includes your bone marrow, where immune cells are produced, your thymus, where certain immune cells mature, your spleen and lymph nodes, which filter your bodily fluids and house immune cells, and white cells that circulate through your system looking for potential threats. Supporting immune health involves many of the practices we've already discussed. Adequate sleep is crucial for immune function. During sleep, your body produces and releases cytokines, proteins that help fight infection and inflammation. Chronic sleep deprivation reduces production of these protective proteins and of infection-fighting antibodies and cells. People who don't get enough sleep are more susceptible to illness. Nutrition profoundly affects immune function. Vitamin C supports various cellular functions of your immune system and acts as an antioxidant. Vitamin D modulates immune responses, and deficiency has been associated with increased susceptibility to infection. Vitamin A is involved in the development and function of immune cells. Zinc is necessary for immune cell development and communication. B vitamins, particularly B6, B12, and folate, influence immune responses. Eating a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables ensures you get a wide range of vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients that support immune function. Protein is necessary for building immune cells and antibodies. Fermented foods that contain probiotics may support immune health by promoting a healthy gut microbiome. And since a large portion of your immune system resides in your digestive tract, gut health and immune health are intimately connected. Regular, moderate exercise has been shown to boost immune function. It promotes good circulation, which allows immune cells to move through your body more effectively. It may help flush organisms out of your airways and lungs. It causes temporary increases in body temperature, which may help fight infection. However, it's worth noting that extremely intense exercise, particularly without adequate recovery, can temporarily suppress immune function. Managing stress is important for immune health because chronic stress suppresses immune function. When you're stressed, your body produces cortisol, which in short bursts is helpful, but at chronically elevated levels suppresses the effectiveness of your immune system. Practices like meditation, spending time in nature, maintaining social connections, and engaging in enjoyable activities all help manage stress and support immune health. Maintaining good hygiene practices, like regular hand washing, also supports your immune system by reducing your exposure to harmful organisms. While it might seem that these practices are helping you avoid germs rather than strengthening your immune system, reducing the total burden of exposures your immune system must handle allows it to respond more effectively when needed. Your reproductive organs, whether you're male or female, also deserve care and attention as part of overall organ health. For individuals with ovaries and a uterus, maintaining reproductive health involves many of the same general principles we've discussed. Balanced nutrition, regular physical activity, adequate sleep, stress management, and avoiding harmful substances like tobacco and excessive alcohol. Certain nutrients are particularly important for female reproductive health. Folate, a B vitamin, is crucial, especially for those who might become pregnant, as it helps prevent certain developmental issues. Iron is important because regular monthly cycles can lead to gradual loss of iron over time if intake isn't adequate. Calcium and vitamin D support bone health, which becomes particularly important after changes in hormone levels that occur with age. For individuals with testes, maintaining reproductive health also involves general health practices. These organs are particularly sensitive to temperature, which is why they're housed outside the main body cavity in the scrotum. Avoiding activities that significantly raise temperature in that area, like frequent very hot baths, or keeping laptops directly on the lap for extended periods, may help maintain optimal function. Both smoking and excessive alcohol consumption can affect reproductive health in both sexes. Maintaining a healthy weight is also important, as both being significantly underweight and carrying excess weight can affect reproductive hormone levels and function. Throughout this gentle journey through the landscape of your body, certain themes have emerged repeatedly. Hydration appears again and again as essential for organ health. Nearly every organ system functions better when you're adequately hydrated. The kidneys need water to filter efficiently. The brain needs it for optimal function. The digestive system needs it to process food. The skin needs it to remain supple and healthy. And your circulation needs adequate fluid volume to deliver nutrients throughout your body. Nutrition, too, is a common thread. What you eat provides the raw materials your organs need to function and repair themselves. A diet rich in whole foods, plenty of fruits and vegetables, adequate protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates supports health of every organ system. Highly processed foods, excessive sugar, and unhealthy fats create extra work for your organs and can contribute to various health challenges. Physical activity benefits virtually every organ. It strengthens your heart, supports your brain, helps your liver process substances more efficiently, maintains bone density, supports digestive function, improves circulation, and bolsters immune function. You don't need to become an athlete or engage in intense exercise. Even moderate, regular physical activity, like walking for 30 minutes most days, provides substantial benefits. Sleep, that delicious state we're hopefully helping you sink into, is when your body performs crucial maintenance and repair. Your heart rate slows, giving your cardiovascular system rest. Your brain clears out metabolic waste products and consolidates memories. Your immune system produces protective compounds. Your skin repairs damage and produces collagen. Nearly every system in your body uses this quiet time to restore and rejuvenate. Stress management matters for organ health in ways that science is only beginning to fully understand. Chronic stress affects hormone levels, immune function, cardiovascular health, digestive processes, and even how your body stores fat. Finding ways to manage stress that work for you, whether through meditation, time in nature, creative pursuits, social connection, or physical activity, isn't a luxury. It's an investment in your organ health. Avoiding harmful substances, particularly tobacco and excessive alcohol, protects your organs from unnecessary damage. Tobacco smoke affects not just your lungs, but also your heart, vessels throughout your body, and many other organs. Excessive alcohol taxes your liver, can damage your pancreas, affects your brain, and impacts other systems. Social connections and a sense of purpose also contribute to organ health in subtle but meaningful ways. People with strong social ties and a sense of meaning in their lives tend to have better health outcomes, including better cardiovascular health and cognitive function, and may even live longer on average. The remarkable thing about organ health is that you don't need to do everything perfectly. Your organs are resilient. They can recover from occasional indulgences or periods when you're not at your best. What matters most is the pattern of your habits over time. Small, consistent choices in the direction of health accumulate into significant benefits. Perhaps the most important thing to understand is that all your organs work together as an integrated system. Supporting one organ's health often benefits others. When you exercise to strengthen your heart, you're also supporting your brain and helping your liver. When you eat vegetables to support your digestive system, you're also providing nutrients your skin needs and compounds that benefit your heart. When you drink water for your kidneys, you're also helping your brain function and supporting your circulation. Your body is an extraordinary collaboration of systems, each organ playing its role in the symphony of your existence. These organs have been working tirelessly since you were born, performing their functions without you having to think about them, keeping you alive and healthy through countless days and nights. They've adapted to your choices, compensated for your stresses, and repaired damage when possible. They deserve your care and gratitude. As you lie there now, perhaps feeling sleepy, perhaps already halfway to dreams, take a moment to appreciate the incredible work happening inside you. Your heart is beating steadily. Your lungs are breathing rhythmically. Your liver is processing substances. Your kidneys are filtering. Your brain is creating this very experience of consciousness and awareness. All of this happens in the quiet darkness within you, unobserved but essential. Taking care of your organs isn't about following rigid rules or achieving perfection. It's about making choices, more often than not, that support these faithful workers. It's about eating foods that nourish rather than burden, moving your body in ways that strengthen rather than strain, resting when rest is needed, staying hydrated, managing stress, and avoiding things that cause harm. You now know more about how your organs function and what they need to thrive. This knowledge is a gift you can give yourself every day through the choices you make. Whether it's drinking a glass of water, taking a walk, eating a colorful meal, getting enough sleep, or taking a moment to breathe deeply and reduce stress, each of these actions is an act of care for the organs that care for you. Tomorrow, when you wake, you'll have another day to make choices that support your organ health. Maybe you'll choose to walk instead of drive for a short errand. Maybe you'll drink an extra glass of water. Maybe you'll choose fresh fruit instead of processed sweets. Maybe you'll take a few minutes to sit quietly and breathe. None of these choices alone will transform your health overnight, but together, over time, they create a pattern of wellness that your organs will thank you for. Your organs don't demand perfection, they just ask for consistency, for care, for respect. They ask that you give them what they need to do their remarkable work. And in return, they'll give you energy, vitality, clarity, strength, and the precious gift of health that allows you to live your life fully. So as you drift now towards sleep, release any worry or stress about your health. Know that your organs are working perfectly right now in this moment, doing what they were designed to do. Trust in their resilience and their capacity to heal when given what they need. And know that tomorrow offers a fresh opportunity to support them through your choices. You are not separate from your organs. You are your organs, working together in beautiful coordination. Caring for them is caring for yourself. And caring for yourself is one of the most loving, generous things you can do. Your health matters. You matter. Your well-being is worth the gentle effort of making choices that support life and vitality. Rest now, dear listener. Let your muscles soften, your breathing slow, your mind quiet. Your organs will continue their faithful work through the night while you sleep and dream. They'll repair, restore, and renew, preparing you for another day. And when you wake, you'll carry with you this deeper understanding of the remarkable system that is your body, and the simple, profound ways you can support it. You have done enough for today. You've learned, you've listened, you've taken time to understand your body better. That is enough. Now it's time to let go, to surrender to sleep, to allow rest to wash over you like a warm, gentle wave. Close your eyes if they're not already closed. Release the day with a slow, deep breath out, and know that all is well. Your organs are well. You are well. Everything you need for this moment, you already have. Sleep peacefully, knowing that tomorrow you can wake with renewed appreciation for the extraordinary gift that is your body and the organs that sustain you. Sweet dreams, dear friend. Rest deeply, and may your organs be blessed with health, vitality, and all the support they need to serve you well for many years to come. Good night.